Hi again, everyone. So, for today, please help me and join me explore Schoology. Schoology is an example of a learning management system that we have discussed in my previous video. So, the first thing that we're going to do is to sign up as an instructor. And if you're going to click this part, this function, it will lead you to another page wherein you're going to enter your information. So for my end, I have already an account, and so I am directly or directed towards my page or my account right away. So here, you can upload a photo, you can edit your profile as what you will be doing when you are signing up. And the rest of the functions here in your dashboard can be explored by you as you continue to discover what are other things that you can do with Schoology. But the main purpose of our discussion for today is for me to show you how to create courses. And in this part, this function of Schoology is very, very important because this is where we manage our learning materials, and this is also where we communicate and send to our students our learning materials. So here it depends upon the instructor as to how he or she would be organizing his or her courses. So like in my case, I have here subjects. I only teach one class, and so I would put them in folders with subjects on them. So in other cases, you can also put sections or different classes. If you're going to click on this folder, like say Math third quarter, you're going to be led inside the folder, and here you will see other folders like the video lessons that I gave them from the last time. And this includes all the videos that I curated, and most of them are actually links coming from external applications. So going back, I also have a folder for my formative assessments, and here you can actually write your instructions on when they're going to finish or how they're going to do about their formative assessments. And as I have said, I'm going to show you how to create your courses and how to put some learning materials in them. So again, let's click courses and then go to my courses here. Upon clicking this function, you will be led to this portion of your page, and you have options here like join a course or create course. So if you're going to click create course, this means that, or this will prompt you to create your own folder. So you will have to write your course name. Let's say mine is going to be my LMS series. This is section 1 because you could add sections later on, subject areas. So let me see, I could have math and then level. This is on higher education. Okay, let's see. Let's just create. And after you created your folder, it will be displayed in line also with your other courses. Now, this is my new course, which is the LMS section 1. This is right here, the one that I'm trying to highlight is the access code. So if you're going to let your students answer, or going to send this course to your students, they're gonna need to have this access code. And if you're going to log in, as what you have seen in the main page of the website, they would need your access code so that they could enter um, your course LMS or whatever course that you have decided upon. So here, after you have this, you could curate now your materials. So the first thing you should do is, for example, we're going to add folder. So in my case, I have folders for videos, I have folders for my formative assessments and other things like um, review materials, or even review materials on summative assessments. So if, for example, the title of this folder would be videos, so all of the contents of this folder would be videos regarding my LMS series. So you can even choose color of your folder. You can write your description here. So like this would be my LMS videos. You can put the date, and so today is January 27, let's say, for example, and you can also add end date. And the reason why we have the end date here is that if you're going to put published in your availability, the end date would determine when would this material be unpublished. And so when the end that date arrives, that would mean students will no longer be able to see or to access your videos. So if you're going to put or to click create, okay, it's going to load now, and you will have a new folder which will have your own videos. So if you're going to click this folder, let's get inside the folder. So in here, we're going to again add some materials, and since this folder is on videos, the materials that I'm going to add would be videos. There are two kinds of videos that you could add in this folder. So you could add videos coming from your own collection, or you could add videos coming from links or coming from other applications. So let me show you how to add external files or external tools. So like for example, if I click add file, I'm going to link it to an external tool, let's say YouTube. So for example, click either file, link, or an external tool. If I'm going to click link, it will be asking me about the URL. So for example, I have here my own video on blended learning. All you have to do is copy the URL and then go back and paste. Okay, so the title, for example, would be blended learning. So it would depend upon you how you're going to put your title here, and click add. So once the link is added, every time you click that video that you've uploaded, this will lead you to your YouTube application, because it's actually linked to that application. Or if you want, you could add an assignment. So these things could either be files, it could either be Word, it could either be PowerPoints, or even you could add test or quiz. So if, for example, I'm going to click this part, which should happen on a separate folder actually, because this folder here is on videos. So all you have to do is follow actually the information that it would need. All right. And so on, if you're going to go back, okay, so these are videos in here. I need to add another material, so let's say we add another folder, and for example, let's say formative assessments. All right, so formative assessments. So here you can write your instructions. So like number one, you can say answer um, FA number one. Okay, and you can also tell them about when you're going to have your submission. Okay, on the next day. So let's say just an example. So you could add other numbers on it. You can also tell them what would be the exact sequence of your formative assessment. So say you could tell them to watch your video first and then let them answer, or in other ways that you as a teacher could think about. And so you could place here your date, the end date, and then it's either published or unpublished. Once it's published, students can actually access on it. So you could already create that folder. And for this folder, since most of the inclusions would be formative assessments, therefore, again, I could have my choices whether I could just pick them up from my current materials. So if, for example, I add an assignment, you'd be presented with choices after this. So it's either you upload from your files or you upload using, again, an external link. All right, so this is taking slowly. So this is the description part. This is the name or the title of your formative assessment. So like FA number 1, and then you can write the description here or other specific instruction that you would like your students to have. So you have choices here. Either you choose a file, a link, or coming from your own resources. So for example, I'm going to choose a file coming from my own computer. So you click the file, and here you have your documents. So just say, for example, I'll click on documents, I'll click on this. Okay, so let's say I'm going to write here my scaffolding worksheets. Open that file, and this is now part of your um, or this would be linked to your assignment. Okay, and all you have to do is fill in the necessary information. Okay, finish up your own instruction and then click create. And once it's already done and you have it published on a specific date, all right, so what's wrong? Category field is required, so we have to. So here in your category, you can either have it ungraded or you could create a new grading category. So let me say this is ungraded since this is a formative assessment. Okay, so it says here ungraded items cannot be scored and do not appear in the default view of the gradebook. The gradebook is a separate topic that we are going to discuss. So for now, we will just focus on creating assignments and adding learning materials. So let's see, let's create now. And after this, we are actually done. You can also upload your own presentations here. So this is formative assessments. I could make another folder for this which would um, give the students my presentations inside the classroom, or I could curate them all together and create a single playlist for my students to watch, to answer, all in one folder. And we as teachers, actually, we have control over these things, whether we want students to view first the video, answer our formative assessment, or we can even monitor if they're answering or not. If we have applications that we will also link into our Schoology account, but that would be on a separate session because it would somehow um, require advanced skills when we talk about the Schoology um, LMS. So for now, these are the basic things that we should consider, and take note of the access codes. So here on the left side of your dashboard, you can see these are the materials that you have. You have here what we call the grade book, And if you want, you can actually utilize this in scoring your students. You also have your grade setup, the badges, and if you're going to click attendance later on, you can actually see who are those students who have logged in or have viewed the curated materials that you have. Here you can also add members. So members in for now we have one, and that is the administrator, and that's actually me. And you could continue to add members as you go along. So these are the basics so far of Schoology. We further discuss on this as we go along and as we go deeper into our discussion on learning management system. There are plenty of LMS around, but for me, Schoology is quite a user-friendly learning management system. And as what I have mentioned in my previous video, um, to begin with LMS, you should focus only on at least one free LMS and try to master it first before you venture on other learning management systems. So for now, this is once again Sir Michael. So thank you so much for your time. Peace out.